That is why Santa Cruz assists on 61% of their made baskets. Such an unselfish team. Elliott Williams to Hobson, who, I mean, he barely even had the ball. He was passing that ball to State, and these guys want to make the extra pass. Keifer's just so effortless. And here's a steal in the backcourt.
And Juwan Staten comes up with it. Great start for the C-Dubs.
Well, Austin hasn't played in a week, and they're without Bryce Cotton. This was going to be an adjustment for them big time.
Udofia down the lane. He finishes at the rack, and Udofia has a field goal. It's a touchdown lead for Santa Cruz.
Not calling timeout, wants to let his guys play through it.
Sykes out of Cleveland State, throws it down south to the Chicago Bull, who gives it back to Sykes. Bairstow to out. Just rolled off the iron for him. Too high for Endoy, but tapped out off Staten.
Well, nice job by Daniel Orton and Elliott Williams trapping Jarrell Eddy off that ball screen. They do not even want to let him get an attempt.
Hobson misses, but Williams fouled down. His first field goal, he has 3.
It's as if he knew he was going to shoot that right when the ball was being delivered to him. He felt his man was off of him, and now when he takes that shot and he shows the defense he can make it, now they have to respect that, and he should be able to get to the rim.
Bairstow underneath the bucket, out to Eddy, so dangerous. So it's Bairstow, Sykes, Eddy, Johnson, and Lalane for the Spurs. Here's Orlando Johnson, local product. Plays high school ball in Salinas.
Palma High School.
Grew up in Monterey. Nice spin baseline, but Orton with the rejection off Bairstow. The rim protector. Sykes for Bairstow. He can shoot, puts it on the floor instead. Nice spin move and drills it.
Pretty agile for a big man.
20 games of NBA experience over 1+ seasons with the Chicago Bulls, the flex assignee to Austin. Staten from 18, in and out.
Of course, next year Chicago will not be using the flex assignment rule.
The Hoffman Estates Bulls, perhaps. That's where they'll be playing the new D-League team. Jarrell Eddy with a point.
It's awesome. They're letting the fans partake and vote for the mascot for that team.
Udofia off the great feed, and he lays it in. Udofia rim here as time goes on.
Elliott Williams so lethal coming off that pin down. If the big man doesn't help, he's going to have an open little mid-range shot. And if the big man overhelps, he's going to have the big man roll into the paint for the layup.
The Bulls naming that team contest, it has to have Bulls in it. So it'll be interesting to see
the Bulls
how
eyes?
creative. Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know. How many words are there that have bulls in it?
Incredibles.
Okay.
We'll see.
Love the names in the D-League.
Oh yeah, gotta love them. 15 white.
I think it's the good news for Santa Cruz is Orton's going to go to the bench without picking up a foul in the first 6 minutes.
Shot blocked by Lalane. Jared gets it back. The Utah State kid banks it in off glass. So that pushes the lead back up to 4. 15-11. Here's Keifer Sykes, 2 points for the Green Bay product. Straight on 3, Deshaun Thomas, former Spurs draft pick, misfires.
From beyond the arc, but he's a big-time scorer, averaged 20 points a game his junior year at Ohio State, was one of the best players in the country.
Former teammate of Aaron Kraft. To a cutting, Staten runs right into a defender. No whistle.
No travel or foul.
That's a dangerous pass. Gets to Hobson. Shot down the lane. Floats it home.
Just
the juice man.
96 games of NBA experience for Orlando Johnson.
Play with the Indiana Pacers and Sacramento Kings. Here's Williams. Tries to muscle it up. Not quite. Saved in Udofia, the extra effort, and Hobson can't connect on a deep 3.
Shot doesn't fall, but once again, you love the unselfishness. Elliott Williams could have taken the 3 himself, but he's trying to get Darrington Hobson into this game.
Dimitri McCamey missing on the 3 there. Nice feed for Williams. Off the pass from Hobson. That one put up and in. Jared Shaw doing the dirty work down low.
And there was Hobson returning the favor, getting the ball to Elliott Williams on the fast break.
6-point lead again for Santa Cruz. Shaw with 6 points already. Keifer Sykes, crossover into a pull-up, rolls off the iron, no good. Staten pushing the pace. He gets bumped. Do they give him continuation? And Uno for the former Mountie. Former Santa Cruz Warrior. Now with the Sacramento Kings. Sykes splits the double. Still with the handle. Out to Bairstow. Cameron puts it on the floor. 7 to shoot for Austin. Bairstow back to the basket. Nice spin move. Goes up. Gets rejected by Orton. And here comes Elliott on the fast break. Euro step, floats it up and takes the contact. He'll shoot too.
When Santa Cruz was here against the defenders, he had a career-high 15 rebounds.
And tied a D-League career high with 33 points his last time out. Sykes, high archer, does not go.
He's just so bouncy and springy off the floor. And really at the next level, if he wants to play in the NBA and be a rotation player, he's going to be a point guard. And so to be able to rebound that well from that position is a luxury that teams probably are going to think about when they're deliberating whether or not to sign Elliott Williams or not.
He misses the 3 there. Ndoye the board, gets it back from Sykes, or was trying to.
Guilty of the infraction, and it saved a layup.
Sykes to Bairstow. He's had a couple of nice moves thus far. Face up Jay, not there that time. Udofia high for the rebound. Staten probing, angling right to the rack, off the glass, no, tipped up. Ndoye wins the battle on the board. 1-point lead for the Spurs. Sykes penetrating, push shot is perfect.
Round to go box out the big man, and so Sykes had an open line of sight to the rim.
10-4 spurt to start the second for the Spurs. Down low, Orton puts it down.
He sure likes dunking that basketball hard.
Oh, he does.
He takes any frustration out on that rim.
He has 7. Bairstow straight on 3. Not there. And a foul. That is on.
And with Orton having just 2 fouls.
That'll be interesting to see as this second quarter progresses for sure, given Orton's foul troubles so far this year.
If I'm Casey Hill, I put Daniel Orton back in the game with a couple minutes to go in the half, because you want him to try to learn how to play through some foul trouble.
Tipped up, no good for Bairstow off the Sykes lay-in, but Ndoye's there to clean things up for Austin. Three-point Spurs lead. Udofia backdoor pass for Elliott Williams, who gets the friendly roll.
He's doing a lot on the offensive end for Santa Cruz, whether it's scoring or playmaking, and he's also guarding the biggest threat for Austin.
Sykes finishes again. He has 6, making the most. They just missed each other at New Mexico. Bairstow started 2010-11. Hobson finished up 09-010. So potentially, if Bairstow was on a recruiting visit, might have played together, some pickup. 3 to shoot for Williams. Screen from Udofia. Does he realize he didn't have a whole lot of time? The answer is no, as he tried to. 7
offensive rebounds for Austin, and they are just playing like the more determined team. They're playing like the team that wants to stay undefeated.
4-0 right now. A couple of other undefeated sides. Westchester and Iowa straight on 3 short for Verdell, who tracks down his own miss. Jones dumps it down low. Udofia escorts it home. Down low, blocked by Orton, his 3rd rejection of the contest. Staten down the lane, floats it up, and no. Now a 3-on-1 for the Spurs. Sykes challenging Udofia and finishing with the left hand.
More flop backwards, and Orton went chest to chest. That would have been an offensive foul.
Kenny Lane back in.
But I like that Bairstow didn't try to take that charge. He tried to man up and go chest to chest with Orton.
Udofia short corner, Jay. He's starting to feel it. That one somehow didn't stay down. Sykes racing the other way into the corner. Deshaun Thomas can't hit the 3. Jones saves it in. Johnson and Eddy for Austin. For Santa Cruz, it's the starting 5 of Orton, Staten, Udofia, Williams, and Hobson. This shot blocked by Orton. Got back by Bairstow in another block shot. And Orton back is strong. Eddy skies for the rebound.
Hobson now 2 for 9.
Really got hot in the 3rd quarter, though. And it's Bakersfield after going scoreless in the first half on Tuesday night. Udofia the theft.
You don't see many guys his size be able to slide their feet in front of a little quick point guard and just take the basketball away.
Hobson has 2 on him, kicks it to Staten. Wide open Williams for 3, in and out. Good look, good ball movement for Santa Cruz. Shot just didn't fall. And here's Sykes. Bairstow driving left, dishes out. Johnson a 3. That's just a tad strong. The rebound for Orton. State, beautiful bounce pass. Hobson goes second side, but put back up and in by Elliott Whipple
A moment ago.
Up to 11 points.
He said, you took 2 points away from me, so I'm just going to go ahead and get 3.
He's in double figures, nearly doubling his scoring average on the young campaign. State loves that pull-up jumper, and he swishes it home. Here's Keifer Sykes as we resume action. He's a high flyer despite his short stature. Sean Thomas, the lefty. Bad pass, but Sykes is there to collect. Splits a double. Races to the rack. Challenged by Daniel Orton, who alters the shot. 3 on 2. Alley-oop. Orton lays it up and in.
From Elliott Williams. He waited for the perfect moment to throw that ball towards the rim till Orton was close enough. And he rewarded Orton for playing the great defense and for giving him the outlet pass.
Sean Thomas evens the score with a triple. So here's Sykes. And that's number 4.
And those are the kind of fouls that you can't have if you're Daniel Orton. That was his, and just did not need to reach in.
So Sykes at the stripe for 2. Misses the first.
And if you're Orton, you just got to, by being on the bench in foul trouble.
5'11", 167, the professional rookie Sykes. Sykes averaging 10.5 points and 3.8 assists per game on the young season. Hobson backing him down a tad to the right way.
The old 6'7" versus 5'10" point guard matchup. Good job by Sykes fighting over all these screens.
Hobson to the hoop. Runner, no. Gets it back. Wanted contact and didn't get the call. 7 seconds left. McCamey racing the other way. Off for Utopia. Overshot. Lays it up and in. Wanted the and one. 3.4 seconds to go. The home run pass is tipped and stolen by Sykes, and he will save his shooting percentage. Rock to start the 4th. Here's Verdell Jones. He's working on a 7-point game, averaging 5.8 per contest, so that average will go north.
Good defense from Udofia, preventing that backdoor layup for Williams. That's what Santa Cruz was trying to get. Anthony Vereen missing a couple shots here tonight at close proximity.
He's 0 for 3 now. They post up Endoy out of St. Bonaventure. The Bonnie backing down on Shaw. And he rolls it in.
It looked off.
Yeah, it's turnover number 13 for the Spurs. Santa Cruz with just 4 giveaways. Jones gets around Sykes, lays it in. He has 9. Sykes to McCamey, right wing 3, pops off front. 1-point lead for the Spurs. Between 2 of the best teams in the Western Conference. Open 3 for Verdell. Jones is short. Endoy the board. Sykes surveying the scene. He'll try his luck on a take to the rack, and he gets fouled. When would you put him back in?
We're gonna have a media timeout. I would probably wait till about the 7-minute mark or so.
4 fouls for Orton. 11 points, 4 boards, and 14 and 10 for Udofia, that is. Sykes missed the first. He's got 9. Make it 10. Or in their last 2 trips to the stripe, and it's a 2-point lead for Austin. Was tied after 3. Fall away for Williams is off. That's a tough shot. And a steal.
And if you're Darrington Hobson, you got to forget about everything that's transpired so far here tonight. 2 of 13 from the field, just 4 points, 3 assists. You got to wipe that out and start with a clean slate.
McCamey, shot fake, hands it off. Sykes pulls from 20. He got it off in time and connects.
McCamey with a
5-point lead for Austin. Williams has 2 on him. Pops one over to Jones. Back to Elliott. Open 3 on the way. That's short. Austin will take its time, setting things up on offense, leading by 5. McCamey the screen from Endoy, who pops. Now drives inside, back to the basket, backdoor cut. Sykes lays it up acrobatically. He finishes.
Verdell Jones fell asleep. Sykes from the corner, cuts baseline. And what an acrobatic finish for the little guy.
7-point lead for the Spurs now. They led by 11 in the second quarter. That was their largest edge. Jones with Thomas towering over him. 5 to shoot for Hobson. Drives baseline. Kicks it out. Jones bombs away on a 3. It's short again. And Sykes the board. Keifer Sykes up to 14 points. Also has 4 boards and 4 assists. Drives to the rack. Wraparound feed down low. Thomas up close and personal.
It's Hobson, who is cringing and hobbling again. We saw it in the first half. I think something is just not right with his lower body.
7 points, 9 boards, 3 assists, 3 blocks for Butta. Sykes, beautiful feed down low for Endoy, who throws.
Thomas as opposed to being in the paint to help with the roll.
6-point lead for the Spurs. Williams races inside, lays it up and in with the left. He has 22.
Cute.
He finishes the 3-point play. It's a 1-point Austin lead. Here's Sykes. Into the corner, it's Dimitri McCamey. Back to Thomas, now Eddie. 4 to shoot, Deshaun Thomas has it poked away. Jarrell Eddie, pass to Hoyce, gets it off in time. Karam's off front iron, and Endoy tracks down the miss. Sykes to the hoop, gets fouled, and he's gonna shoot 2. Well, Jarrell Eddie just
yelling ice, ice, ice for the ball screen defense, and he sprinted back to try to get the rebound, but that's just one of those bounces off the rim that there's.
Endoy. Sykes up to 15 points. Make it 16. 3-point game in favor of Austin.
And they're putting Sykes on Elliott Williams. Shows you how much Ken McDonald thinks of him on the defensive end as well.
Hobson left wing. Over for State. Screen from Udofia. Drives inside. Bounces it back out. Hobson with 7 points on 3 for 14. Off 1 foot. Tough shot from the baseline. Does not go. Now Santa Cruz needs a stop to keep it within 1 score. Bairstow backing down on Vereen. Not going to give up any ground. Forces the turnaround. That
vicious screen to free up Hobson to be able to get into the paint. And then we see Vereen able to convert after missing a couple bunnies earlier tonight.
Back door for Sykes.
No timeouts left.
Yeah, that's what Justin Van Dyne told us, but the scoreboard shows 3 timeouts.
Did not see who got caught up on that screen, but a breakdown at the last second.
Hobson wanted Williams to go back door and have Vereen clear out. Here's Williams working from the wing, almost threw it away. Hobson from the foul line, that's an air ball and out of bounds off Austin. Right. Timeout. But the way it was explained to us is they specifically told us that they had no timeouts. Now here's a long 2 that's off the mark and ripped away by Vereen. 2:06 to go. Staten up top right side.
And it'll be interesting to see, is Daniel Orton going to come back into this game, or is Casey Hill going to finish it with Vereen?
Williams holding. 7 to shoot, under 2 to play. Screen from Vereen. Pulls up, 18-footer, an air ball. 92 apiece. Final 70 seconds here for Sykes and friends. Bounces it off to Endoy, 10 to shoot. Up top for Johnson. He gets doubled, lofts it to Endoy. Right down the lane, and yes, he traveled with it.
And
Austin undefeated so far. Williams posts up Orton.
Well, Orton could have been called for the sticking your butt out screen.
Staten looking for Williams. 8 to shoot for Santa Cruz. Here comes the ball screen from Udofia. Off to Staten. Long two in the air. Too strong. McCamey the rebound.